All right. So it is very it is very cool, actually. I must admit, right, when we see the response, if you will, the really good positive response that we've had from the classic 1995 Mortal Kombat Scorpion skin that got revealed, right? And this is like, I mean, I reckon the game have to been so undercooked when they released it, because it feels like now, right, as we're approaching the middle of the year, that the game, for whatever reason, is starting to really ramp up. I don't know why. I don't know what changed. It's almost like, it's almost like Ermac turned the corner a little bit, And I like Ermac. I think he's a great character. He's got some really, really awesome special moves. I'm really glad that they stuck a mask on him. No doubt we'll obviously get like future gear pieces. Well, I'm hoping we will anyway, right? There are a couple of ninjas in here like Ermac and Rain that don't actually have true classic ninja outfits like what we've currently got at the moment. But when you give people stuff like that they really like, right? So when we look at, like they brought out the Deception skin, for Shao Kahn, right? Like everyone loved that. You know what I mean? Like it was just, yep. Everyone was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Same with the Sindel. I missed out getting the Sindel one this time. I still haven't bought anything. I still got my 500 crystals, right? But now with the Scorpion movie skin coming out at some point, then I'm like, jeez, man, right? Like, it's really, it's going to be pretty good. Now, does it take away for the fact that we have like sort of major issues when it comes to things like gameplay that a lot of people have issues, including myself has? Absolutely not. But when you start to put a lot more positivity into the game, then what that can do is that can translate into a lot of people not only coming back, but also new customers also going, oh, I like that skin. I'm going to choose to use that skin, right? And that makes a big difference in how you interact with the game if your favorite character actually looks like a badass, right? So if they release like classic Reptile, classic Scorpion, skins, Sub-Zero skins, like the movie versions, that's going to be pretty awesome, right? That's going to be really, really cool. And the response to the movie skin has been so overwhelming, right? One of the guys, I think it's called Mortal Kombat Addict, he's like, I think it was him, someone anyway, he was like, oh, who here ever since Boon announced like the classic, 95 movie Scorpion skin wanted to load up the movie? And I was thinking that before I read that, right? It's that sort of level of marketing and influence that, Mortal Kombat fans want. Not everyone is into getting online and playing and stuff like that, right? There's a whole host of things that you can enjoy when it comes to being a Mortal Kombat fan. You'll be heavily into the story, just simply playing on towers. Some people enjoy the invasions. And so, but if your favorite character is rocking an outfit that really, gets you, like getting away from the man bun crap that they brought in, then yeah, this feels more Mortal Kombat when I look at these ninjas, in how they're suited up, right? That's how it feels, okay? And because of that, that makes a big difference. People want to possibly more invest or reinstall the game, get the game, play it a little bit more, invest more time. If it feels like the game is offering a lot more fun than it is not, whatever. Now, a skin isn't necessarily fun. It's content, but it's not interactive content. It's just dress up, right? But like I stated, that can change the dynamic and how you feel about the game. And that's the reason why I think Ermac just struck a massive, massive chord when he got released, right? because everyone's like, oh my god, this, like, not just did they fix it, so that was a plus. They fixed his face by sticking something over it. His moveset was amazing. He's got some cool combo stuff you can do. Amazing, like just a well-rounded character. In fact, I actually thought the same thing with Quan Chi. I actually thought Quan Chi was pretty awesome too. In fact, in general, and I've said this before, I am very much happy with the special moves for the characters. I think there are some that are possibly missing stuff. I did do a video showcasing that somebody else did of like some of the boss moves that are absolutely not available on characters. For example, like, you know, Reiko actually has a spinning spear move, right? Which would be amazing. Like, you know, it'd be so much fun. Just an additional move. And we know that they can add extra moves because they did it with Reptile with his actual spinning like a force ball slash acid ball. So it's a ball, right? But it doesn't have the properties of a force ball, but it's a ball. That's why I say it's, you know, it's like force ball light, right? And that's modifying just simply by holding down the button an extra like half second and then shooting it, and that, you know, changes the dynamic of that special move, right? And that's awesome. That's really, really cool. Adding in moves, that's fantastic. Some characters seemed like they got an absolute metric ton. Like, I don't think we could add more to Ermac, right? Or maybe Katana, perhaps. I don't know. I'm sure she's missing some from MK11. I'd have to go back and check. But there are some characters where you could go, oh yeah, just an extra. Like, for example, for me personally, Johnny Cage, just give him a force ball. Like, so not a force ball, a shadow bolt, right? Force ball. Shadow bolt, right? Just make it the same, like, graphical, you know, look that he has for his, you know, shadow uppercut and his shadow kick, you know, and his dash, you know, like his one where he goes through you. I've barely touched this character, by the way. So that's what I do, right? I give him that. Just give him a projectile. Like, every single Mortal Kombat character should have a projectile. Okay? Like, that's just standard, right? Even if it's just one, it's just standard, okay? Like, that's why I like using Reiko a lot, because even though he's got one projectile, very lethal projectile, right? And the rest of his moves are pretty awesome too. I've been trying to, like, sort of train myself when I fight online to get used to using his counter move, right? Where he sort of like body blocks and then walks in and just, you know, clothesline them. And I'm trying to get the timing down for that, because it's such a great move. It's really, it's got me out of a jam a couple of times. And sometimes I've done it by accident. I'm like, oh, I forgot I had it, right? You know, so when you give the fans stuff that makes them happy, whether it's extra moves, costumes that I identify with as being Mortal Kombat-like, or Mortal Kombat, then that is going to encourage fans such as myself to want to turn the game on more, to invest some more time into it, and maybe figure out whether or not it's as bad as it used to be. There are some massive issues when it comes to the animation, hitboxing, the way that the game moves in general. But I've talked about this before. If you start to move the seesaw into the more sort of positive aspect and overriding the negative, that's a good thing. Now, I am fully well aware that to get these costumes, it's going to cost real money. Right? And that's the shitty part. Right? Because there's no way, I'd almost guarantee, listen, if we got them for free, you'll hear me sing the praises. Right? Because when they do something good, you should sing praises for it. But I don't think they're going to be for free. Right? I don't think they will. Okay? But they did also, somebody mentioned they did lower the prices of Dragon Crystals. So that's a good thing. Right? So more people can get more. But the unfortunate side of it, and this is part of the marketing, right, is that you're going to have to pony up real money if you want them. Now, I guarantee you most of the community is going to buy the Scorpion skin. Maybe not most. Well, I don't know, actually, because, like, Scorpion's a very popular character. It's an amazing skin. And, like, that I think that would make I think it'd be pretty awesome, right? And that'll be the 6th skin for Scorpion. right? We got his standard MK1 one. I'm not a big fan of this one. It's, I don't know, man. It's, you know, what's this clown pants crap, right? This one's not too bad depending on the color you use. Obviously, the Deadly Alliance one is fantastic. And then, of course, we've got his Ultimate MK3 one, right? And then we're going to have a movie skin. But some characters, don't have as many skins, right? So we'll just check in randomly on Rain. Yeah, he's only got 2 skins, right? Katana, she's got, how many skins she got? She's got 3 skins, right? I would like to see some parity coming across with these characters, right? Got 4 skins for Smoke. I'd like to see some more parity. I think Sub-Zero is on par with Scorpion, I think. Yep, right? So, we need more skins. I don't care so much about the colors, but we definitely need more skins. And with those skins come different color palettes. So, naturally, when the 95 movie one drops, we're going to have a whole bunch of colors to swap between. Some of them are probably going to be pretty awesome. Probably some of them are not going to be so good. The other thing too, obviously, and a lot of people have been asking for this, is that DLC characters don't get any seasonal skins. Yes, we have, you know, a Deadly Alliance skin, but we had to pay for that. Right? That's a skin that we had to pay for. Okay? We don't have any alternate skins for, not that I care for the DLC non-MK characters, right? But even for Ermac, right? He's only got the 1 skin. You know, we've seen this process the whole time. When the new season comes in, these characters aren't getting seasonal skins. So these DLC characters don't have a lot of options. And they also need to fix that as well. But if they keep going down this path, you know, with Ed Boon, as I showed in my previous video, recognizing that, yeah, we love this nostalgic stuff. We absolutely want this nostalgic stuff in the game. Give it to us, right? Then people are more and more likely to be supportive of it. Again, I'm not against DLC shops. I'm not against DLC after the fact. Just make it reasonably priced and good. There's only 1 DLC costume that I can't even figure out why they would do it. That Lee May one that they did, that they censored, right? They changed it, and they did change it because when we got when we've had other nostalgia costumes come out since then, they've actually been accurate. They've actually been really good, except for that Sub-Zero one, which looks like absolute shit biscuits, and I still don't own it. You know, that'll make it 6 if I had that one. But oh my god, dude, like, it just looks so terrible. Some people say it looks better in game, like fighting, but I gotta pony up money to get that, right? Like, it's, you know, it's not like I get a refund if it's like bad. But see, you look at someone like Shang Tsung, right? Now, obviously, his 4th skin is going to be the Deadly Alliance one. But what if one day they bring in, like the, what do you call it? Like the MK2 one. Imagine that. And I can top that one by them adding in the MK3 one. Imagine them doing that. We need this sort of stuff, right? As MK fans, as a massive fan of character design, I'd love to see this stuff come into the game. You can even do it with Tanya, right? My favorite skin is this outfit for Tanya, and I was going to do a video on this. And the reason why I like it so much is because, like, apart from it being gothic, it actually makes her more feminine. Right, by adding, like, you know, like the lipstick and you know, the different sort of like makeup. It's got like a gothic vibe, which I do love, right? And any race can pull off gothic if they do it well, right? And it actually makes her look more feminine. It doesn't make her look so like that, right? Or the other palettes that we have, okay? But why don't you bring in an MK4 or MKX, like Tanya skin, you know, with the bob and stuff like that? Like, people will buy it, right? Because obviously companies, every single gaming company out there wants like residual income to keep like income coming in after the fact, right? So you've got to entice people to want to spend their money on the game. Because once you bought the game, or you bought everything else, like, you know, if you get the premium edition, so you get like the season pass, like not the season pass, the combat pack, then outside of that, they're like, okay, but how do we get more money out of these customers? Well, you do that by putting out really awesome skins, like what they've done with the Shang Tsung Deadly Alliance, the Quan Chi, the Scorpion Deadly Alliance one, the Sindel Deception one, the Li Mei run needs to be redone. I think it needs to be redone, right? And that's what you do, right? You lean into the nostalgia, and a lot of people, and I do agree with this point too, that should be already in the game, right? Should already be in the game, because as I just pointed out, there's a lot of skins that some characters have. There's a lot of characters that have very little skins. We need parity across all, so that way, if you're a fan of, like, I don't like Garrus really. He just doesn't seem like an MK character. He's, you know, I prefer, you know, I to be honest, I prefer characters like Jax. If you want to have, like, you know, if you want to actually have proper, like, what I consider black characters in the roster, we should be having Jackson there, Darius, and Kai in the main roster at some point. They're great characters, right? I don't like Garrus because he feels like he's part of another franchise as a character. Never liked him. Didn't like Devora either. You know, I didn't like most of the MK11 newbie characters either. It was just dog shit, right? So you need to sort of do this. Oh, they also did the, you know, where was it? This one here, the Deadly Alliance, the Tara one, right? It's okay, but it's still a little bit more covered up than necessary. And this is the interesting part too, because these are early day skins. Like, so when they started giving us these nostalgia skins like this one and the Li Mei one, it's like, come on, man. Like, you're censoring shit up. And then when they did the Sindel one, it's like, whoa, okay, what happened? Like, what's going on, right? You should have been doing the same treatment that Natara got and Li Mei got. But why didn't you do that with Sindel? And I think maybe, well, I'm hoping anyway, is that maybe, just maybe, certain things might be turning around. Which would be pretty awesome. Like, that, I would like to see. As a fan of Mortal Kombat, I want to be a fan of every single MK game that comes out. There are some of them that I just don't like at all. Some of them that I've grown to love over the years. But this is the current one. And their goal should be very simple. How can we win over our proper Mortal Kombat fan base? Whether you be an only pro, whether you be just a standard fan. How do we get casuals excited? How do we get people that haven't looked at Mortal Kombat for 10 or 15 years to want to pick up our game and go, ooh, yeah, man, I want to give that a go. I absolutely want to give that a go, right? If you give the fans what they want, they will be very happy. But it does come at a price. And the real question is, are you guys willing to pay for that to support them in making these good decisions? Or, and I support actually either way, or also go, no, we're going to need a little bit more than that. We need to see some real radical change done. And I actually support both arguments there, because at the end of the day, it's your money, it's your time, it's your investment, it's your interest in the game, and you can do what you want. So anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. Let me know what you think. Catch you next time.